Hello everyone, welcome to my political journalism news channel. The story for today is QAnon's core prophecy has always been that there is a plan and that former President Donald Trump will rid the world of an evil cabal, culminating in the unmasking, imprisonment or even execution of cabal members. But that prophecy dates back to when Mr. Trump was actually president. Now that not believers have been convincing themselves there is evidence that the plan is still very much in place, maybe even more so than ever before. Actually, it's the opposite. Part of the reason for their creation was to secure old Soviet weapons left behind in the former Soviet republics. The State Department has described the claims as nonsense, and the US and Ukrainian governments have repeatedly, and for years now, tried to bat down conspiracy theories about the labs and spoken about the work that is actually being done in them. Russia's falsehoods about labs like this have not been limited to Ukraine. Similar claims were made about a lab in Tbilisi, Georgia. Those were proven false. Dr. Philippa Lentsos, co-director of the Center for Science Security Studies at King's College London, visited the lab along with other experts and debunked the Russian claims. The Russian government makes suggestive statements, leaving breadcrumbs that are dutifully repeated by official Russian state media, and then, increasingly importantly, by dozens of faceless websites, some of which the US has alleged are tied to Russian intelligence. Social media accounts push the idea further, build on it, make it more fantastical, and those more fantastical claims eventually end up getting picked up by official Russian media and the cycle begins again. Russia has been pushing various bits of disinformation about the US and biological weapons since the Cold War, infamously publicizing, for instance, the false idea that the US manufactured the HIV/AIDS virus. Former KGB agents have said the KGB would plant stories in obscure or small publications in foreign countries and then those stories would be cited as sources in official Russian media. That process can happen a lot more easily today. Instead of having to go to the trouble of convincing an editor at a newspaper to publish disinformation, Russia can push it out on seemingly independent websites that present themselves as news outlets but are no more than Kremlin cutouts. Russia still plants stories in real outlets too. For example, in 2017 the left-wing US magazine Counterpunch detailed how it had been duped into running articles under the byline Alice Donovan, which the US government later confirmed was a fake identity run by GRU Russian military intelligence. Russia does not necessarily need to push its disinformation to QAnon adherents, because the two have enough shared interests. Today, many Americans find themselves in online groups and following accounts that mobilized around QAnon. Their Russian disinformation is sometimes embraced with enthusiasm. Over on the show's online discussion forum, a person who had intentionally misspelled the word patriot so it would include the letter Q wrote, "I had a hunch that these bastards were getting ready to release another bioweapon and we needed someone to put a stop to it." Putin stepped up. IMO This was part of his deal with DJT. Big tech companies have been trying to stop the conspiracy theories spread on their platforms, too. But those measures have thus far been no match for the power of belief and the sustained campaign to promote this theory. On Tuesday, a Chinese foreign ministry spokesman helped the Russian effort, making his own suggestion that the US was up to something nefarious at labs in Ukraine. That is all for today news. Thank you for watching to my channel. Please be sure to leave your comment and subscribe below for more news update.